Good morning. Good morning, good evening, good night. Who watched the movie The Truman Show? That is forever a classic. Did you know that there's apparently a disease that people think that they are part of the Truman Show? Good morning, Bailey. Good morning, Eric. Carla, good morning. Jane, good morning. James, good morning. Good evening, Henry. Okay, well, let's reset this bad boy. What day is it? Today's Thursday? Okay, you guys get to see everything today. Today's Freebie Thursday. Like clockwork, my dog wants to come into my room. The moment the stream starts, she either wants to leave or come inside. Well, here's the thing. Hassan, good morning, good evening, good night. Here's what's up. News has pretty much happened for most of it. Like most of the serious news. So all the serious moves have happened. Market opens in 7 minutes, and then the only news is at 10 o'clock. So here's what's going on. Here's what's crack-a-lackin'. They're there. About. Okay, I see. I see what changed. I see what changed here. So, ladies and gents, I am going to take a sell from where we're at. If it goes into our modest, take another sell. I'm going to do make sure that the stop loss is in place. Yuki Yumi, good morning, good evening. Good morning, good evening, good night. If you're on the YouTube, I refer to you by your YouTube name. And I know who you are, don't worry. I recognize the name. Recognize the name from Instagram. I don't know. Do I need to send that? Do I need to send that? We're live. I mean, that's what the pinned comment's for. That's okay. You don't have to change the name. It's like having a gamer tag. It never goes away. Like my old school gamer tag from when I was 13. I still use to this day. I have 2 gamer tags. No, it's too late. Only when it's in the red, then you take it. Now it's too late for you to take it. Don't jump in. If it pulls back into it, then do so at your own risk. But we're already up 20, 25 pips. Owanda. The chart is Owanda. Owanda vision. I'm securing my 20. Don't stop. Yep. Good call. Thank you for reminding me. We can't miss out on the wizard. And we are quick this morning. And of course, you know what's up. You know what's up. Well, he's already there. I didn't even see him there. Make sure if you share on your Instagram stories, you tag me. Well, Mr. Jordan, you missed the sell already. If you secured your 20, you might be stopped out by now. If you got stopped out and you secured your 20, 30, wherever you had it, if you had it at break even, then you're probably still in. But if you got stopped out in your 20, 30 pips, your scalp, don't get back in. Just leave it. You want 1,000 pips. Look, we all want 1,000 pips, but it doesn't always work that way. Remember, when you're scalping, you're just looking for a quick money grab. You're just looking for a quick in and out. You're not always going to be able to catch, long range moves when you're scalping. Sometimes you get lucky, but if you go in with the mentality when you're scalping, so for morning sessions, we're scalping. You go in and out for your 20, 30 pips, and you keep that discipline of I'm just in for this and I'm out. If the trade loses, it loses. You will have, on average, at least maybe once or twice a week, those longer plays. And then as you manage that discipline, you'll be able to catch more than that. No, I secured mine. So if you're stopped out, I'm stopped out. You can see where my stop loss was. I will only get back in if it goes past modest. For my newbies, my fresh people, here's my aggressive. Here's my modest. If you are new, if you are totally new and fresh and you're not sure where to put your stop loss, and you want to play it super safe, make this your stop loss. Okay. So in these scenarios, so Thursdays I show you guys where I'm entering and whatever, more transparent on Thursdays. And one day throughout the week as like a freebie. Unless you're on our team Zoom. But only when it hits the zones do we enter. If the trade is done, it's done. So like right now, we're stopped out. Some of us are stopped out. Depending where you entered, how you managed it. So I won't get back in until it's back in that zone. And not always will I get back in. So if somebody decided to get back in on the aggressive, which I know somebody did because they just messaged me on Telegram, then they're still in. I'm not getting in until it's up here. I'm playing it safe. I know a few of you are still in. You guys are letting me know. Thank you. So we'll keep it going for a bit. But don't get too greedy, because don't forget, we are at, right now we are in the all-time high ranges. Like my red zone is the new all-time high range. You're in the free chat and you made money? Good. That's what I like to hear. Just don't be over leveraging your account. The FOMO's kicking in. The fear of missing out. Buy in at 26.79 to I don't know. I'm not going to be buying in at that zone. We did a market analysis with the team last night, and we're looking at buys in a lower area. It's right here, actually. You wish you held. That's how it goes, man. Remember, like I say all the time, the most important thing is you set your plan, you wait to execute it, and then you execute it. You manage your trade, and then it either goes to your stop loss or your take profit. And then that's the trade. You're not always going to catch the full move. And it sucks to watch. I know. But I promise you from experience. And every other seasoned trader here, whether on the free side or the paid side, will tell you, long term, don't worry about catching all the full moves. If you try to always catch the full move, you will always end up being liquidity. Exactly. It's patience. That's the hardest thing to master here. Patience. I'll repeat it all the time. Patience, consistency, and discipline. Like, who wants to walk away with 20 pips when you can walk away with 100? But you have to remember, what is the plan? We are scalping. So if you got a scalp, then you won that session. And then throughout the day, you look for long-term plays. I just made 2.8 risk reward on the Dow Jones. Hey, let's go. Nice. Now, when you say 2.8 risk to reward, what do you mean by 2.8? I've never seen somebody put a 2. What do you mean by your like 2? How you're risking 2? 1 to 8 risk to reward. That makes sense. I don't understand what you mean by 2.8. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense. 2.8. If that's how it shows on the thing, maybe that's the percent that you earned. I made 300 profit risking how I calculate. Hey, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. If you're still holding the sell, let me know, because you're crazy. I'm here panicking for you. I'm conflicted whenever we're in these situations, because like at the same time I'm happy for you that you're still in and you're managing whatever, and at the same time I'm hoping it reverses and comes up so I can get back in at a better price. But that doesn't work in your favor. That works in my favor, but not in your favor. So that's where I'm conflicted, because I want you to win, but I want to be greedy too. But I have to be patient. So if anything is to happen, I would rather not get back in and you get a bigger pot. So then at least like that, I still win because I walk away with a bag, and you can walk away with a bigger bag. I did. I did. I found a better playlist. Well, let me rephrase it. I found another playlist. And this is straight from YouTube itself. Like an actual YouTube playlist. Not a playlist that I can use on YouTube, even though of course I can use it on YouTube. But this is straight from the source of YouTube, and I can use it because it's approved from them. But it doesn't allow me to like make an auto playlist. It's individual. So I'm going to have to download all the songs and then preload it in a media player or something like that. If you got back in, some of you got back in on the aggressive. Just make sure you manage, okay? Don't be, don't be pulling Hail Marys is what I'm looking for. It's the word I'm looking for. Word, phrase, whatever. And of course, if you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new here, if you're fresh out of YouTube land, we go live every single day, 9:15 a.m. Eastern time, and we trade together, and we have a paid community and a free community. So we're looking to help create 25 new profitable traders before the end of the year, which is creeping up pretty close. We have 5 out of the way. Not out of the way, but we have 5 complete. We have 20 more to go. So if you'd like that to be you, one of the 20 remaining people to be profitable in trading before 2025, then make sure you DM me the word YouTube on my Instagram, or check out the link in the description and fill out the form, and you can join the free Telegram channel. Only at the modest. Only at the modest, to make sure you put in your stops, because remember, we're at the highs. So it's not a crazy situation for it to just all of a sudden bloop go up. What do I mean? Okay. We are at all-time highs. Okay, the alien's in the way. So this was a previous all-time high. Okay. Touched it here before. And now we broke through. And now we're in a new all-time high range. whenever we're in this situation, it's not crazy for it to just go like this. Or just come up here and then pull back. Because it's looking to grab liquidity. The way that the market works for the market makers, like for you and I, when we're placing a trade, it's worth what? Depending on your account size. Maybe tens of dollars, maybe a few $100s, a few $1,000. Big traders, a few $100,000. This is nothing. This is nothing in the grand scheme of things of the market. The market is like over $6 trillion moved a day just in this market alone, in the Forex market. So when it comes to the placing orders for them, they're not placing orders in terms of like a few $100,000. They're placing orders in the hundreds of millions, if not billions. So they can't just press a button. Like they can't just press buy for, $1 billion and then ta-da, it's executed. If they're putting buy, there has to be sellers on the other side. So if they're buying, it means if they're buying $1 billion worth, it means there has to be $1 billion worth selling. You get it? So sometimes to be able to do that, they'll have to shake up the market and cause enough of a panic where now they have enough sellers to fulfill that order. So let's say their buy order is here and the price is up here. Well, they need to have enough sellers to fulfill that order. If that makes sense. That's the most simplest way to describe it. So it wouldn't be crazy for them to pump up the price a bit, shake people out, close their positions, and start selling off. Or same thing on the opposite. If they're trying to sell their $1 billion worth of position, they need $1 billion worth of people buying. So they might push the price up above new all-time highs to put panic in the market for people to start buying while they're selling. So by the time they're done selling their position, they're out. Make sense? Capiche? Yes, you make money on a sell. That's what's going on now. Yes, don't worry. Don't worry. I know it sounds scary. It is scary. You should be scared. You should be scared of risking your life savings when you don't have to. Please don't be risking your life savings. Exactamundo. No, the alien can't be out right now. The alien face is only when we are up, up. We were up, up, but now we are back in our range. So we got to retire him for now. We could put a little bit of fear in the market. Could use a little bit of a scary bear move. Scary bear. What is your go-to drink for the morning? Don't say vodka. Jeez. Is that what you do over there in Europe? For breakfast? I don't know. I don't know. You guys are wild. I do like fish and chips. A good English fish and chips. Okay, we'll put him up there. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion, and we will do that. Absolutely. News is in 8 minutes. Vanilla chai protein shake. Okay. That is your go-to drink in the morning? Really? That's interesting. Chai latte. I get it. There was this guy that I was working with. Um, on Saturdays, so as a foreman, every Saturday I would buy everybody coffee and donuts. So I knew everyone's order. There's only one guy. He didn't drink coffee. It's always a vanilla chai latte. His name was Mike. I don't know why you want to know his name, but his name was Mike. So Mike, if you're here watching, hope you enjoyed the copy of the book and enjoy your chai latte. So see what's going on. Popping through. Congratulations. You've now witnessed the birth of the new all-time high of gold. Are they just scaring people out of the market? Is it going to pump up? Is it going to take off into the stratosphere from here before the news? Not that it's high impact news. Like, what is happening? Is it a sell-off? Is it... What would be the opposite of a sell-off? A buy-on? Check out. Was Mike? I can't even see the main internet. They're good. He's a G. He actually was a G. Mike was a G. It's gonna take up from here. So if you're still holding or got in on the modest, make sure you have a hard stop loss set. Okay, because if this shoots up, it's going to rip you apart like being at a Diddy party with no baby oil. And I don't want to know what that's like. And I don't think any of us want to know what that's like. Because if they had 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's for a reason. And we don't want to know what that reason was. Was Mike last name? That's good. That's good. It wasn't Roch Burns. It was more. His name was Mike C. It was Mike. These were initials MCR. So you could refer to him as Mike Crotch Burns. Not my crotch burns, but my crotch burns. That's good, Bailey. That's good. Are you glad you got that out of your system? Yeah. Make you feel better? Does it go with the vanilla chai protein latte? What kind of protein is that? What kind of protein is that in your latte, in your chai? You know, that's quite the flamboyant choice you have for the morning. I mean, I have seen some of the stuff that you send me on Instagram. Man, talk about brain rot. I don't know, Bailey. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Should we just go back to Vegas or Miami? Yeah, I've traveled with Bailey. Absolutely. I've been to Miami and Vegas with Bailey. I went to Hell's Kitchen with Bailey. We went to the fire. We went to the pits of hell together. No, don't do 5%. Don't be risking 5% of your account. That's insane. If you're an experienced trader, and please, some of you think experience is 6 months. I'm talking about years under your belt with years of a track record. Okay. Years of a track record doesn't mean years of blowing your accounts. Okay, because you don't have the good track record. Okay, you don't want to be doing that because you have a track record of risking 100% of your account. What you want to do, or this is what I would suggest. Okay, this is not financial advice. Let me rephrase. Not what you want to do. What I would, suggest is 0.5% to 1% risk, maximum 2. Okay, if you're feeling like, hey, I'm gonna go all in on this trade, make it a 2%. But don't be at 2% all the time if you haven't had like a consistent record of profitability, discipline, and patience. You're better off with a 0.5 to 1%. Not financial advice, just giving a suggestion for educational purposes only. I'll be right back. Perfect. There we go. Welcome back. Grab some water. We're refreshed and hydrated. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Hey, highlighting trends. Good morning, good evening. How are you? No, we can't put the alien face just yet. Soon, though. Soon, soon. Hopefully soon. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here with us. Your presence is always welcome. As long as, so if it, I mean, of course, we're being hopeful here because we never know where it's going to go, either up or down. We don't make market predictions. We go, we go by probabilities. Okay. That's why we're in with small risk here, because it could spike up, but let's say if it's to drive back down, we have a good chance of making a little pit stop over here. And over here. What if it goes up? I don't know. That's the thing. This is now, this top line up here, that is now the new all-time high. So it could just keep going up from here. And up to where? We don't know. The conflict with Israel and Palestine and Iran doesn't help either. For all you know, they decided to go off at each other just now, and then this is going to just shoot up like crazy, right? We don't know. We'll see. No, for my new people, if you used If you use this line, the top line for practice, as your stop loss and you got stopped out from earlier, don't get back in. Okay, practice right now the discipline of staying out of a trade. So I put that there as a practice for now, because if I say to you risk 1%, 2%, or 20 pips, 30 pips, 50 pips, whatever, for those of you I'm working directly with, I know you don't know what that means. I know you don't know how to calculate it. So for those that I know don't know what that is, you know to use this as a stop loss. So you're stopped out, don't re-enter. Okay? Practicing the discipline of staying out of a trade after it's kicked you out is just as important as finding trades and profiting from them. This is a game of discipline, and patience and consistency. And that's the hardest part. Learning the charts and stuff can take a few months. Right? Like to really understand it, to grasp the basics takes about a month. The basics, like bare bones basics, but really and truly takes about 6 months to kind of understand what things mean, how to calculate this and that. That's if you are consistently focused and educating yourself. Everything after that is practice, patience, discipline, being around the right group, the right habits, all that stuff. All that comes afterwards. But you can't get to one part unless you go through the other part. Let's go. Who watched Deadpool and Wolverine? If you watched Deadpool and Wolverine, let me know. What did you think of it? I liked it. If you're a Wolverine fan and you didn't like that movie, something is wrong with you. We'll just keep marking the all-time high. What color should we make it? It was awesome. It was awesome to the max. We'll make this orange, so it's like a sunset in the horizon. Because then we're watching our cell go away. That's a visual, okay? That was a subliminal message from the song. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Buy more. Buy, buy, buy. Sell, sell, sell. Will it happen? Will we get ripped apart at Diddy's party? I hope not. Oh, he's not here? Thank you for reminding me. I don't even know where this wizard goes sometimes. When did I delete him? When did I delete him? No, it's not Doctor Strange. I mean, we could name them. But for copyright reasons, we can't name him Doctor Strange. Or Wanda. Which would be kind of funny if we named the Cell Wizard Wanda. Or the Scarlet Witch. And the Buy Wizard we named Doctor Strange. Maybe we'll do that for fun. For demonstration purposes only. No copyright infringement. Doctor Strange spelled Strangeeq. Strange. And we'll misspell Scarlet Witch. There is an Agatha, actually. Look. Right here. This is Agatha. Agatha. We have Wanda here, or Scarlet Witch. And then we have Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Right here we have Captain America. Right here we have Rocket. What's this? Batman. And there you go. So you got the whole gang. And then right here, Mandalorian. See? You have the whole squad. So congratulations, we have Batman. We have Captain America. We have Rocket the Squirrel. The Mandalorian. Doctor Strange. Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda Vision, or Wanda. And Agatha. See? Right here. We have the entire Avengers. Awesome to the max. We're in one of those modes. Yeah, I agree. It's one of those where it's like, hurry up so we can move on. I don't mean to count my chickens before they hatch, but it's looking like pretty good confirmation so far in our favor. So far. So For those of you that got stopped out, because I know you're flexing in the chat. You see the peace of mind that you have for those that got stopped out. You collected your 20, 30 pips in the first run. And like right now, you could just go about your day. That type of peace of mind is what you want. You go in, get your money, and you leave. The market's going to move one way or another. Continue going in your direction, go against you, come back and have a bigger move. Who cares? For the sake of us being on the live and like doing all that stuff, you know, follow the plan, get in, whatever, re-enter, blah, 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 that stuff. Cool. But there's no shame in just, this is the one place. This is the one place where it's okay to be a 1 minute man. You're in for a minute and that's out. And then you're out. That's it. It's the only place that's okay. Yeah, let me know if you got it. I shipped them out over the weekend before the holiday. For those of you looking to get a new inspiration, make sure you check out my Amazon best-selling book, Your Next Step, New Tools for Financial Abundance Now. Yeah, exactly. My Amazon best-selling book, not available at this moment on Amazon. My Amazon bestseller not on Amazon anymore, ever since the publisher went bankrupt. Clearly my books didn't sell enough. Over 2,000 copies, that's apparently not enough. They ended up I guess like clearing out their debts, going bankrupt, changing the name, or like moving to the States. So they are technically not the same publisher anymore. I swear my dog sounds like a cat sometimes. If you have pets, let me know. Are you a dog person or a cat person? I'm not a fan of cats. I like cats. I think they're cute, fun to play with. I'm not a fan of cats. I'm also allergic. That doesn't help. Fahad, good morning. Good evening. Good morning. One sec. Gonna let her out. You want a cat so bad. You love cats, you want a cat so bad. Why? If I may ask, why? Like, what makes you, what makes somebody want a cat? I'm not hating, because the attachment you get to animals is like something you can't you can't explain unless you experience it. So, but like, why a cat? I just don't like how they jump on everything. I don't like how cats jump on everything and their fur is everywhere. Having a pet, obviously they're gonna like shed fur, hair, whatever. That's expected. But because they jump everywhere, they like leave fur everywhere. It's like having a Romanian deadlifter for a pet. You have hair everywhere. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to remove this because for my newbies, you obviously got stopped out a long time ago. And don't be hanging on to a losing trade either. Okay, so make sure that you have your ranges and all that. Manage your trade properly, please. Cats are awesome, cuddly, playful, little crackheads. That they are. I remember a friend of mine growing up, he had cats. He had like 3 cats. We didn't have cats. Like I said, I'm allergic. But when I'd go there, I'd play with his cats. And you'd always see on cartoons, you'd always see in cartoons, giving cats catnip drives them nuts, right? So I just thought that was something out of cartoons. I didn't know that that was real. And then one day he had catnip. He's like, here, give them this. His name was, one was, I think his name was Sparkles. He's like, here, give him this. I gave him some catnip, and man, that was so cool to watch them freak out and like basically crack out on catnip. You know, if you think about it, he was basically a feline drug dealer. He had them fiending on catnip. And he used me like an accomplice. He said, here, give them this. Is that animal abuse? If you give cats drugs, like catnip, should they put, like, why is it that for cats you can give them catnip, which is basically drugs for them? What I was going to say doesn't make sense because, you know, certain things are legal here in Canada. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know. I don't think there is an equivalent for dogs. Like, I don't think there's dog nip. When I was in my troublesome teen years and I'd go over to some friends' places and we would do some non-legal recreational activities. You know, you can fill in the blanks. They would blow smoke in their dog's face. Poor thing. Poor thing. Poor thing. Here. This is to answer your question. From the top of the range to here, we have 311 pips. But we don't count the last part. So you could say 30 pips. So if your stop loss is 50 pips, you're looking at about here from here. If you got in at the back. So that's about 50 pips. If you got in on the modest, capiche? Does that answer your question? Is that a good visual? Yes. So that's why sometimes if you wait for the modest, you can gauge how you want to play it. If you're somebody that waits for the aggressive, you're basically taking on this risk. I don't suggest this. That's too much. Because then if you're taking this risk, to just catch 20, 30 pips doesn't make sense. You're going to have to kind of like compensate on the opposite. But if you get in on the modest, and you're risking this to gain, let's say, what's it? To this on a, whoops. To catch this on the scalp, that makes a bit more sense. That's easier to manage. Yeah, I guess. We counted our chickens. You're regretting it. That's how it goes. If you go in for the risk on the second time, you have to know what you're in for. It's not always a guarantee. You collect a bag and then maybe you get back in and then you lose it. You give it all away and then maybe a little bit more. You can look at it that way. You can look at it like you actually risk less this time because half of it was profits. You can look at it that way. It's part of the game. It's a game of averages. Is the payout worth it? Absolutely. Because if you're looking to catch a move, bust a move, bust down. Oh, there he is. Didn't disappear after all. Yeah, this time I'm deleting them. If you're looking to catch a move to like down here, then I mean, it's worth it. I'd say here. New all-time high. So at 11, in 23 minutes, when you lose, we're out. If right now, like if you got in on the modest or closer to the top, if your stop loss was 30 pips, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with having a tight stop loss. If you're going to have a wider stop loss, reduce your lot size. Okay, but the same happens on the opposite end. So if you're going to have a wider stop loss, reduce your lot size so the risk amount dollar wise is the same. But then what happens is on the opposite end, your risk to reward ratio changes too, because then your take profit ends up being a little bit longer too. So just take that into consideration. Like I know some people, their stop loss is 100 pips, but they're looking to catch a few hundred pips. See? Rip you apart. From here, it's just going to probably spike up. So everyone should be stopped out. If you got in on the re-entry, if you didn't, you're laughing. So see here from the end, it's about the 50 pips. Now we're all the way up here. So you're stopped out. I'm stopped out. Yes, sir. I'm stopped out. It is what it is. The first one was a winner. Second one was no chicken dinner. So I risked my profits from the first trade for the second trade, and it didn't work out. This is how it goes. So today I'm out at a slight loss, less of a loss than if I would have just went in on this one. And it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day, but we also catch trades throughout the day. We'll retire the wizard and the bear. And of course, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. We did have a good streak, yeah. I know it sucks. It sucks and it is what it is. But some of you walked away with profits, so that's good. Glad to see it. Don't tell me this is going to be one of those where it stops us out and then takes everybody for a ride. Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. So look, we're looking to help 25 people become profitable before the end of the year. We've already helped 5 new people become profitable. Profitable meaning you are taking out money. Taking out money from your trades. It's not a get rich quick. Doesn't exist. No get rich quick does not exist. Don't let internet gurus fool you. If you'd like that to be yourself, make sure you check out the link in the description. Fill out the form to join our free Telegram channel. or DM me directly on Instagram at EdwinDzapata, as you can see down below. Other than that, if you walked away with some profits, awesome. And if you went in on the re-entry and you had a loss, who cares? It's part of the game. Charge it to the game. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the day. Keep smiling. Don't let anybody ever piss you off, of course. And tomorrow, I'm still debating whether we're going to do a live or not. Most likely yes, but if we do, same time, same channel, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. So I'll see you all tomorrow.